Hi friends, welcome back to Homeschool-ology. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. I'm so happy to chat with you today. If you're new here, my name is Nikki. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4. I've got a 8th grader, 4th grader, kindergartner, and pre-Ker this year. And usually I talk to you guys about secular homeschooling, but I also like to talk to you guys just about life in general, motherhood, having a larger family, things like that. So today's video is just an update video, and I like to update you guys on things like my personal life, my business life, and our homeschool. I kind of do it all in one video just to kind of give you a general idea of how our lives go around here. And today is April 2024 update, but I didn't do one in March, so I'm going to talk about March and April for this update. Alright, so I think I'm going to start with personal life. So March was my birthday month, and I turned 40 this year, and I got to go on a girls trip with all the ladies in my family. So my grandmother, my mom, my aunts, my cousins, all the ladies in my family, and we had the best time. We went to Charleston. That was the first time I had ever been there. My Mimi got to go, which was so great. My Mimi is my grandmother, which was so great. I loved having her there. And my mom, both my sisters, my aunts, who I absolutely adore, and some of my favorite cousins. And I missed a couple of my cousins, and I was sad that they couldn't be there, but they both just had new babies, and you know, I understand not being able to get away. But we had the best time. I highly recommend Charleston. It was really nice. We kind of stayed a little bit like off of the main drag. We had this amazing house that was like an older house built, I think it was 18 something, but it was perfect. We had the upstairs was like the attic was converted to just like a large living space, and it had tons of beds in it, so it was kind of like going to church camp, all of my aunts and cousins, and we would all go to church camp together in the summers and sleep in one big room, and it just kind of reminded us of that, and we had the best time. Downtown Charleston was a really neat place. We had lots of fun. Like, I'm a big history buff, if you guys don't know that, and so it was like really fun. We did a history tour, we did a ghost tour, because I love those too, and it was just like we had the best time. So I highly recommend Charleston for a girls trip. I also love Savannah. We go to Savannah all the time. My husband sometimes has work there, so either one of those I highly recommend for a girls trip. But we had the best time. And then in March we also went to New York as a family. My husband's a runner. He loves doing marathons. He got to do the New York City Marathon this year, which was the day before or the day after. So there was a St. Patty's Day parade the day before St. Patrick's Day, and his run was actually on St. Patrick's Day in New York, but we happened to be there over my actual birthday, and so that was super fun. We love New York. My kids are kind of like over it now. We've been a few times, and they're like, I don't know if I want to go there again, so we might wait it out a few years and take them again in the future, because my husband loved that run. He said it was amazing, but it was just, we had a really good March. So I didn't post here a lot on YouTube because I just simply didn't have time to get the videos together that I wanted to, and I went out of town twice in that month, which was a lot of packing and unpacking and planning and booking things, and just that kind of just consumed my month. And it was also my birthday month, and I just kind of wanted to take a break. So I did that, and then in April we kind of got back to the grindstone of all the things. We finished up our co-op in April, so that we have a showcase next week. So that'll be our last thing for co-op for the semester, and we have just kind of been doing school as we can, but I got really sick one of the weeks in April, and so I ended up taking off most of that week because I was like really sick. Like, it started like a head cold, but then it was a really bad cough. You might kind of notice my voice is a little scratchy still from coughing so much. I'm still kind of have that lingering cough going on. So as productive as I wanted April to be, it wasn't quite as productive as I had hoped, but that's okay. And then So I'm kind of bleeding over into the channel, so I'll go ahead and address that. Things have been going great here. We are cruising right along. I haven't been posting as much as I want to because of all these extra things that have been going on, but I am buckling down and getting things ready for the rest of the summer. This is a really exciting time here on YouTube because we start planning for the new year. So it's lots of curriculum, looking at curriculum and deciding what we're going to do for next year, which I want to say you don't have to do yet. We do it as content creators. We do it a little bit earlier because we want you guys to have the information when you start doing your research. So don't feel like you need to be rushed because that's what us YouTubers are doing right now. You absolutely do not have to. You don't have to think about this until June or July. It's not that important. But a lot of times curriculum companies do sales over the summer. And so kind of having an idea of where you want to go and you can kind of watch for those sales, that does help. So don't feel pressure to do it, but if you have a chance, go ahead and get it done, and then it's something that's off your table for summer and you guys can enjoy summer. If you are, partial year homeschoolers, we are year-round homeschoolers just simply because we are not very consistent with homeschooling, which is something I'm working on. But since we're not super consistent, we just homeschool year-round, and anytime we are able to, we fit homeschool in, and that way I don't feel so guilty if I need a week off because I'm so sick I can barely get off the couch, So that's just kind of how we roll around here. But we do a little bit lighter in the summer, because our public schools are friends are out of school and we might be doing extra things with them, or just it's a little hot here in Florida to be outside a ton, but we do beach trips and things like that with some friends over the summer. And so we do have a little bit of a lighter homeschool load in the summer, but we do school still. It also helps with my kids knowing that school is always on the table, it's always something we could do. So that just kind of helps them be prepared or be ready for it whenever. So that is what we are looking forward to here as far as schooling. For March, we didn't get a ton done because I was out of town, and we had a vacation. And then we did get some things in, and then April we were able to catch up on some things that we had fallen behind in. And then for May, my goal is to kind of finish up the majority of our workbooky type things, May and June. It's probably going to take into June to finish up our workbooky thingies, and then maybe we can focus more on that science history unit with the big history project that we've been doing. We're not nearly as far into that as I wanted to get, so I'm hoping to kind of focus more on that over the summer and less on our book wiki stuff. So that is kind of our goals for homeschool. I am currently planning the new year, so you'll see that here on YouTube. I've already posted one video. I'll link it here for you guys. My first initial steps, the very first thing I do when I start thinking about getting ready. And so the next few videos, not the next ones, but the next few videos I make in that planning process are going to be help me choose videos. Y'all seem to be really engaged in that last year, and it was really helpful for me, so I'm planning to do those again. And then starting to get ready, and then I'll start doing how I set up the year and all of those things. So you can look forward to those videos coming out. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll see when those videos come out. Sorry, there was a knock on the door. I had to answer that. I'm coming back at it again, but of course I've lost my train of thought. So hopefully, I think I was talking about my plans for setting up for the new year. I think I talked about that. So let's move on, and let's talk about, I talked about how homeschool is going, how we're getting ready for next year. Let's talk about, I guess, my business life. The channel is doing great. I kind of already addressed that. I'm trying to get more videos filmed for you guys so I don't fall behind like I did recently, and I can stay ahead of the game here. So that's kind of my big goal right now. Also in April, I was on my very first podcast, and it was super exciting. Two homeschool moms. If you haven't seen them yet or don't follow along with them yet, you might know them from here on YouTube because they're two YouTube moms, Niki from Blessed Homeschool Mess and Ashley from Gathered and Grounded. They have teamed up to make Two Homeschool Moms, which is a podcast, and it is super fun to listen to. It's just them chatting about you know, their lives in general, but a lot of homeschool things. And they asked me to come on, and I was so excited to do so. And so that aired a couple weeks ago. And so I'll link that video here. But go over there, check it out, tell them I sent you to say hello. I know they're about to take a break, so that'll give you guys a chance to catch up on all the videos if you've missed any of them. And thank you again to them for having me on, because that was super exciting. My classes, my baking classes that I teach are going really well. I love those still, having so much fun with those. I did miss one because I was so sick. I had to reschedule that one. But those are going great. I actually just planned a chemistry of baking class, which I think is going to be so fun. I'm super excited about it. And it was really, really fun to bring like my chemistry background to my love of baking, and kind of use both sides of me, my creative side and my science side. So all of that is going well. So that was business life. I talked about homeschool. I talked about personal life. I think that's it. This is maybe a little bit shorter than I planned of a video. Let's see, is there anything else I want to fill you guys in on? So I guess let me give you a little bit of a look ahead at things that I have planned for the channel coming up soon. I told you already that I'm going to be talking about like planning. We just finished up our co-op season, or like semester, so I'm going to share like what I taught this semester and how it all went. I've had a request for like co-op classes for older kids. I typically end up teaching the younger kids just because that's where our need is. Like that's why we need teachers in our co-op. But I'm going to make a video on like classes that we have offered in the past and how they've gone and things like that. So I have that video coming out. I discovered a new program, a new online free resource, and so I'm gonna share a video on that for you guys. And then let's see, what else do I have coming up? I don't know, that's all I can think of off the top of my head. So, but if there's anything that you guys are interested in, or anything you want me to share about or update you guys on, let me know down in the comments. And I'm always looking for more ideas, and I want to know what you guys want to hear about, so that I make sure I'm sharing things that are helpful to you guys. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to wrap up this video. I'd love to hear more about you guys and what your goals are for maybe setting up your new year, or finishing out your current year, or anything that you guys want to chat with me about. I love chatting with you guys. If you would like to chat about something a little bit, more one-on-one, you can head on over to Homeschool-ology on Instagram, and I would happily chat with you over there in my DMs. And I think that's going to be it for this video today. So I hope you'll come back and chat with me again real soon, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.